Hey guys, what's up? Off Target here. And lately I have been playing some Sea of Thieves. I did one stream recently and I'm planning on releasing more streams and videos associated with Sea of Thieves. I played it back in 2018 when it was first released, and I also played it and earned the Onyx. They call it Onyx, like the kind of like a black gem. Bucket, shovel, mug, compass. I think it was a compass. But anyways, I earned those through the Chips Ahoy event. They re-released those later on in their Twitch streams. They released it later on for a Twitch stream reward. I don't think they're coming back again. That was the second time they came back. I doubt they'll come back for a third time. But I love having them equipped. The point is, though, I've been around the game for a while now. I recently made a comeback to it, though, from like battle royales like Fortnite and such, and Minecraft even. I think I'm gonna do more Sea of Thieves. I have my heart set on it pretty much. I love the voyages me and brother's been going on, and been playing a lot with the community with it, and I think it's a great game to play. What I have right here today is a video I'm reacting to. It's called "This Update Just Changed the Game Forever: Sea of Thieves," and I could post, I guess, the link in the description for people to check out. But most importantly, though, like I said, I've been learning about a lot about the new systems. They have changed since the last time I played, and I want to see if there's something in here I have not seen before, and there's something in here I figured out before seeing this video. So we're gonna watch a reaction to what this reveal is. This just came out August 4th. Today's August 15th, and we're gonna see in an 11-day period since, like, I think it came back just a few days ago. Have I figured out some of these stuff before seeing a video talking about these stuff? So, without further ado, I think it is appropriately time to watch the reaction.
After 4 long years of waiting, countless speculation and coverage of the fabled captaincy update, we no longer have to wait. As of today, the 4th of August, Saint Neat has blessed us with the captaincy update, free for all players with the launch of Season 7. But is it everything we'd hoped for? No. But yes. We'll get into that.
The
Season 7 delivers on most of Captaincy's promises and then ups the ante with a load more features outside of the intended scope detailed in those pre-release interviews, and unfortunately leaves out some much requested ones. Season 7 Captains of Adventure is coming in hot with a boatload of new features and of course the expected features we get with a seasonal drop. This includes the
starting off with this thing already, I see that they're changing a lot of the ship's designs and they're naming the ship. I didn't figure that out before watching this video, but they might cover more about that, so we'll continue watching.
Pirate Emporium refresh, a new plunder pass, a new season pass, and adventures later this season. But let's get into the meat and potatoes of captaincy, and there's a lot to cover. First and foremost, becoming a captain is simple. All you have to do is save up enough gold to purchase a ship, which is accessible from the start screen. No, you do not have to be a pirate legend for this. I
did not know where it was at.
Either. Anyone from Game Pass Gary to myself can be a captain, regardless of experience. And oh boy did Rare make sure of that. The prices for the sloop, brig and galleon respectively are 250k, 375k and 500k. For the brand new player, which Rare is always targeting, this will represent a small grind on the way to Pirate Legend. For players like me and many of you watching, this is chump change. As of the drop today,
yeah, that's actually
19 million gold and
that's actually loose change. Like I'm not kidding, dead ass. That's actually 500k is not bad at all. Like that's a really low budget. Like I've earned over 100k like one sitting. I just sat there, did a small voyage, which is like a fortress. I think I did a fortress, and I did like a Reaper's hideout emissary mission, something like that. I turned off right there and easily hit 100k pretty quickly. 500,000 for a galleon is very cheap, actually. I was expecting it to be more like 800,000 or a million at the price that they had it. It was actually pretty cheap. I'm surprised by that. Yeah, Sneaky Elisa, Brave Vanguard, 18,410,552. Just an example. Money's easy to make in this game.
Could comfortably afford all 3 of my ships. I personally think this is criminally low, pardon the pun, where anyone
Agree.
who is not a new player can be a captain in an afternoon's work. I do understand the risk of alienating new players with putting the ships too high, but making it this low and not making it locked behind Pirate Legend cheapens the thrill a bit. I'll cover this in depth.
I don't think it need to be locked behind Pirate Legend. I think that's a little aggressive, but I do think because I don't really know much about Pirate Legend myself, and like I said, like it's not like something new they added since last time I played. But I will say that locking it behind Pirate Legend seems like very dumb or selfish. I think it'd be best for because you want to have the idea of the voyage or journey. You want to have an idea that you are you can get your own boat at the start of the game. You want to feel that. But I do agree it's criminally low. I do agree the price tag is definitely criminally low. Sloop should be like 400,000 the way I'm feeling it. 250 is pretty low for a starting ship. 400,000 or 450 around there. We're talking about the Brigantine. Brigantine probably about 700,000. Honestly, 750,000 around there, and the Galleon being a little over $1 million, like $1,200,000, somewhere around that ballpark. You just up it and distance them a little more. I think it'd be worth it. But I do think these are criminally low, like really low, unless they're planning on releasing new ships after this, like brand new ships, different sizes, that kind of stuff. And that's why those are criminally low, because those would cost more. Then I'm fine with the prices that they have, because then we have new ships. But I do agree with it being criminally low.
Depth in another video, as we have much more to get through. Once you do have your ship, feel free to spawn into the game while you begin a tutorial with the Pirate Lord, and he will take you through all of the new perks as a captain. Rare nailed this interactive tour, with the Captains of Adventure theme playing in the background and the naming ceremony being the icing on the hardtack. I personally would have preferred Flameheart's floating head shouting at me, as it better suits my alignment, but the Murderer will have to do. Another point of note is that you can buy one of each ship set, but you have to reach a legendary milestone tier before you can buy another ship of that type. So what does a captain gain from this investment? Firstly, this unlocks new customization options, with naming your ship being the primary one, and this is perfect. You get 20 characters to play with, but make sure you choose carefully. It will cost you 499 ancient coins to change it. This is far too expensive for my taste. I understand the reasoning for locking it behind a fee, but 499 coins or £4 something is excessive. Along with naming the ship, you get the option to customize.
I agree with $5. Simply like this. I do agree with that. It's because they want to put a little penalty from you always constantly change your name. Like there's some players will do somebody dirty, quickly change their name, then do somebody dirty, quickly change their name. I feel like $5 it's a reasonable price. Yeah, $5. I think that sounds about right. I'll put $5 on it.
Is it with a nameplate, with some more basic options available from progressing through the new milestone system. I wasn't expecting these, so this is a fantastic surprise to say the least. The next big feature is interior customization in the form of trinkets and captain's cabins. Trinkets are small gewgaws that can be placed around your ship, be it in the cabin space or the various spaces away from the cabin. The trinkets are earned through the milestone system. You can purchase these from the shipwright and will come in 3 tiers, with all 3 models being...
Can you cover more on the milestone system? Because I know nothing about the milestones. That would be really cool if he goes through the milestones. Because I know a lot about trinkets are locked behind milestone completion of pirate milestones. Yeah, but I do not know what the milestones are. Yeah, or where they're located. Like I have not actually figured that part out. I'm sure it's in some kind of HUD menu, like very simple location.
Being the same aside from the base or frame. They can also come in a decoration variety. These are ornaments from around the Sea of Thieves that can be purchased on day 1. The ornaments range from daggers to plants to barnacles. These are fantastic. Oh, and you have a variety of paintings that you can hang inside the ship. I will be utilising these as much as possible. The second part of customising the ship comes from the captain's cabin. There are 17 sets to choose from, and this is a bit all over the place. The items you have to choose are curtains, curtain rails, chandeliers, captain's chairs, captain's tables, and beds. If you choose to give your galleon a makeover here, this will look amazing, but if you opt for a sloop or brig, your options are reduced to just 4 choices. You can only change the table, curtains, rug, and beds. So the outcome will be certainly less striking. This really is a missed opportunity for the cabins to get a reshuffle. Even adding a chair would make this more impactful. Hell, even moving the rug to the middle and placing an additional one under the map would spice it up a bit. Another thing I have to mention is the limited models available for the parts. There looks to be 4 or 5 unique models spread across the available sets, with the rugs and beds all just being recolours, with no new geometry or patterns. To exacerbate this issue, only 17 sets are available as of day 1 out of 51 complete ship sets in the game. So if your favourite ship set isn't here, I would hedge my bets and say this will be the new thing drip fed each month instead of the clothing recolours from before. Granted, you will find something you like,
Fair
and
enough.
some sets tend to match with others regardless, but if you're picky about this, then it will annoy you. I am blessed to have the stuff I wanted today, but some of you may be waiting for a long time. Overall though, the
Damn.
Galleon will stand out the most with this
Why is what, bruh? Why did I get an ad, bruh?
generous customization.
Bruh.
With the ability to save all the customization pieces too, for a few thousand gold per piece,
Goes
you
hard.
never have to navigate this mess of a UI again. At least when you're dressing your ship up anyway. Oh, and the lantern and harpoon customization is out, so don't expect that in this update. Back to the positive,
Damn.
more benefits await with access to supplies that rented ships.
Bro, look at that. Look at the worms. They just mix them all in. It's like, it doesn't even matter anymore. So I guess these are bundles. Yeah, it looks like bundles of supplies. Supply at Captain's Voyage shop. Bro, I didn't see this before. I see really a couple of these. It must be if you progress in the game, you get more options. Like, I have not seen this much stuff in the game.
Ships don't get. You can visit the shipwright and fill up your barrels. Options include cannonballs, throwables, uncooked meat, fruit and bait, with none of these affecting your ability to buy crates from the Merchant Alliance. The fruit and meat changes are a godsend and almost worth the buy-in alone. I love this change, it's so immersive and will give way to more fierce battles on the seas. Not only that, but you have access to Captain's Voyages too. These are the same voyages you have from the trading companies, but allow you to choose the length, so you have more control over the adventures you do embark on. Most importantly, you're not limited to your previous restrictions, so feel free to stack Legend of the Veils, nothing bad will happen. I promise. Mercenary voyages
I
make
promise.
a weird return. They're just a mix of all 3 main factions, similar to the Friends Play free voyages from 2019. If you're a newer player, this will be great, but any veteran players will give this a miss, unless you're happy to grind for milestones. The perks keep on coming. Every captain ship will now have a captain's log, which records some stats about the ship and its crew members. Some of these are session based and some persist across multiple sessions. If you sink a captain ship, the log will float up and can be sold to the Reapers. It's a nice little prize, even if
That I did know. That I did know. Logbook and their flags. You can sell it to the Reaper. I found that out. I don't think that's really worth a lot. You did get some experience from it. I've been learning a lot about this Reaper guy. I tell you what, I've been learning a lot about him the last couple of days before watching this video, dude. There's a lot of uses for this guy.
someone has no loot on board. I will say though, this book had the potential to create some legendary stories. This mainly comes from the days since sunk stat. This is session based and is related to in-game days. As this ticks up, it's worth more and more. Having the stat persist over sessions could have been incredible. Imagine sinking a ship that has never been sunk, or hasn't sunk in 100 days or so, or even 24 hours of real time. A sorely missed opportunity in creating legendary battles, legendary crews, and legendary vessels. You can also buy skins for the captain's log to match the nameplates, again earned through milestones. Overall, it's another awesome feature that is just missing that final touch. Next up are the ship banners and titles. For specialising your ship through a particular progression path, you can earn titles for your ship. These come in the forms of both normal titles and legendary versions, which reflect your playstyle, but none of these are PvP focused, mind you. So at the end of the day, it's anyone's guess if that ship wielding a title is dangerous. Along with this, these titles are seen in the banners. These activate when you approach the ship and when it's spotted through a spyglass. It will tell you the name of the ship, the title, and the captain of the ship. It's an absolutely epic feature that is everything we could have wished for. At least if you run into me, you will know from a distance by now. 10 out of 10 for this rare. There is a cosmetic feature too in persistent damage. Every scratch, hole, and scorch mark will stay in your ship. You can fix this up at the shipwright for a fee and the ship will be just as new. The final perk of being a captain is the sovereigns. These are little assholes that will only deal with captains. They will accept any and all loot, with their tents having various mechanisms to make unload.
I was wondering why he's keep ignoring me. Like, I walk up to these sovereign people several times, like, man, why don't they ever talk to me? Like, I talk to them, they give me like very basics. Hello, my name's blah blah blah. Good day. Essentially, what all they say, and that's why you have to be a captain. Okay, so you have to own your own ship. That's interesting. Okay. Okay, I get that now.
Loading piss easy. There's a rowboat dock, lifts and harpoons to put the rowboat
I like those docks. Very useful at the fortresses.
method to shame. They deliver the loot free of charge and will even prioritize gems to your chosen emissary. They don't work with the Reaper's bones because they're scared of them, so the servant remains the best person to sell your loot to. I will be interested to see how the running meta increases with this easy sell point though. On the bright side, Daggertooth is now a top tier outpost given the easy selling and the gargantuan number of supplies available. One final point on the sovereigns, these should have been the merchants for anything to do with captaincy, such as the voyages and supplies. I can see why Rare kept it all in the same place, but come on, they even have the stuff right there. We're nearly at the end of the captaincy features, and I've saved the most controversial bit for last. This is the milestone system. If you thought some of these commendations...
Yes, I was asking to show this, because I want ship's log. Oh, that's where it's at? Bro, I skip this tab all the time. Pirate log, equipment, quest, ship's log. Look at that. It's just a ship's log.
To a grind, you've seen nothing yet. Milestones are like commendations, but head up to 100 main tier.
Voyager 3. Damn, the feared 50. Well, fuck.
You can earn trinkets and ship parts for engaging in this, so you will be engaging in this regardless if you want to or not. Milestones are rewarded for activities from killing megs, fishing, sleeping, or even sinking. Sounds fine, right? Yeah, for a new player. But none of your commendations will roll over aside from the Shrouded Ghost. So all the voyages, the fishing, the shrines all count for nothing. The milestone system is the great equalizer. It keeps going. Some of these tiers have some crazy
basically, prior to all the stuff that you've done before this update did not count. Is what he's saying. And after the update, all the new players coming in, it didn't affect them at all. But all the players that have been here, it's like you lost a lot of progress that you didn't know was going to be progress. I guess that ain't too bad because you didn't expect this to come. Essentially,
from the tedious to the obnoxious. For example, some of the fish require 2,500 of one species of fish to max out the rewards. 2,500 of the same fish. Another example is sleeping. The first tier is 60 minutes of sleeping. 60 minutes of staring at a black screen. Sorry, no, there is a bit of a visual aid here. If you want to hit tier 100, then that's 100 hours of staring at a black screen. And none of those shitey
100 hours staring at a black screen. Bro, you can't even put that on autopilot while you're at work. Somebody sink your ship while you're trying to sleep. That's like have to be 100 hours of you playing the game authentically, sitting there watching a black screen for 100 hours. That can definitely do something better than that. Like show like dream, bro. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Like it shows like little sequences like with dreams, like you're sleeping and you see like little images of maybe something in your character experience, and it plays like in a black and gray like future. So like the game memorizes some events you have done, and it just plays it back and it distorts it a little bit like an actual dream. Like in real life, you learn an experience, you fall asleep, and your dreams will project what you have seen before or experienced, and then put in a twist matter towards it. Like if they can introduce something like that, then sleeping be kind of cool. Like as you lay there for like I don't know a minute, and then start playing some like images, like black like gray out images, like stuff you have seen before or throughout your journey, but it's twisted. Some things are slightly different. Dude, that'd be kind of cool. Like they should really take that idea. Rare, take that idea. Like, just a blank black screen does not look good. What we're doing, Rare.
Mermaids carry over too, otherwise we'd all have done it by now. This is a fantastic system for someone starting their grind, and is also an incredible amount of progression, even for the likes of UK and Captain Blubber, but will take even me years to finish. It's actually really good until you consider this as being pasted over the content we've been engaging with for the last 4 years. All the tall tales are the same, as are the voyages, as are the fish, as is everything else. And of course, some of these milestones can only be progressed on your ship. So if you play with a crew, good luck with that. I'm sure this will cause arguments.
What? So if you were sleeping on somebody else's ship, none of that counts? None of it counts? Is that what he said? Hold up.
Engaging with for the last 4 years. All the tall tales are the same, as are the voyages, as are the fish, as is everything else. And of course, some of these milestones can only be progressed on your ship. So if you
Oh.
play with a crew, good luck with that. I'm sure this will cause arguments. I wouldn't be so averse to the system if you had some genuinely awesome stuff to unlock, but not one thing has stood out to me as a must-have. It would be just the same if everyone's commendations progress was wiped. This system would have been so much more engaging for everyone if there were some new activities or even some cool challenges. For example, time spent hiding on boats, or hitting cannibals over certain distances, or sinking ships without sinking yourself. There was a real opportunity to flip the progression on its head. I don't think making us do what we've been doing for the last 4 years was the best choice for a new progression system. That's all the brand new features for Captaincy, and this is leaving out all of the other seasonal content. Still with me? Let's crack on. The season pass is starting us off, and what a strange pass this is. The seasonal scar, tattoo, sails and flag are the best we've had. Those Kraken sails are great in particular. I might start using these.
Yeah, I really like the Kraken sails. They also had like a another Kraken outfit I've seen. I don't know if that's been here forever, but it's like black and red, like kind of like that. And then the old Kraken sails, I think they might have been black with red. It's pretty sure those might be the aged versions. But the Kraken that has some good designs, that's for sure.
As for the seasonal summer stuff, as much as I'm tired of it, I do like some of the items here, like the Super Soaker and the Straw Hat. The Coconut Tankard is probably the best one on here though. I tell you what, this is much better than the spring stuff we had last season. There's also the seasonal clothing set, the Courage of Captaincy, which is kind of a recolor / completion of the Courage set. This isn't my cup of tea and sort of feel like this is an easy dump onto the pass. I personally won't be touching any of this. After 5 seasons now, we still only have 2 Pirate Legend items. This has been fed back multiple times now, so don't expect this to ever improve. It's far too low, more so considering the potential of the items that they can actually release. As a consolation, Merrick's jacket is here, to everyone's delight. For the 100 reward, we have our 4th sword in 7 passes, and it's a Merrick's sword? I'm not a fan of this one, but I get the design behind it. Just Merrick doesn't really use a sword, and we could have had so many other iconic items. But we get a new one that we didn't even know existed. The Servant's Jacket would have been a more sensible choice given the whole Lost Sands thing last season. I suppose Merrick doesn't need that stuff anymore.
They're going with the female
Oh my
option
gosh,
to play
bruh.
waifu.
Bruh. We're gonna just mute this. Bruh. I can't believe, bruh, that they do this to me, bruh.
This is quite cool. We're continuing with the summer season theme. Although I do hope this is the last seasonal theme set because I'm getting a little bit tired of it now. The ship set is cool and vibrant, just not my cup of tea again. This is the same for yet another costume. I will also say the theming is much better than when it was a hodgepodge of random Emporium items, so I can't really fault them too much for that. Speaking of which, the Emporium is looking as it usually does, with the repeat offenders showing up. We have 2 new emote bundles, the Build Rat Weapon emotes and the Portable Portrait emotes are a delight as always.
I got a portrait emote for free. I don't know what the point of these. They look dumb. Are you supposed to go back to replays and screenshot something? Like, are you able to screenshot any of this? It seems like kind of dumb.
Especially the portraits being a brand new concept overall. I really like these and will probably pick them up. We also have a theme set.
Why though? They look dumb. Unless you can have a screenshot or a picture of that portrait, I don't think it's useful at all.
Cosmetics based on the Wrecker fish called the Wrecker Wrangler. This includes a costume, fishing rod, weapons, and ship set.
I seen this. It's like $20 for this full bundle, or $15 or $20, something like that for the full bundle. It doesn't look like it's worth it. And this has been better for like a reward for completing a giant quest, like a big long voyage. This would be better for that kind of thing. I do like the little bubbles though.
Like the ship set for its colour palette, and the figurehead has its own fish tank, but it's quite garish. This could have easily been unlocked through the Hunter's Call commendations, but looks like the fish ship types will continue to come to the Emporium.
That's kind of cool. I like that.
The costume is, well, a costume. I'm just fed up with them at this point. It's quite cute as it looks like a kid's onesie. Weapons and fishing rod are okay too though. Although there is something I feel very passionately about in the Emporium, and that is the new ship crests. There are 5 premium ship crests in the Emporium, being sold for 599 coins each. They all look absolutely fantastic, but have set a dangerous precedent. Look at how amazing the premium content is, and then compare that to the earnable ones. I am really not a fan of this decision, and it's clear the best ones will be going into the Emporium from now onwards. And what's even worse, some are clearly part of earnable sets, such as the Sunken Sorrow, the Bone Crusher, the Dark Adventurer, and the Reaper's Bones. In the case of the Dark Adventurer one, the colour looks to have been changed to distance it from the set. This is really not the play, just based off the disparity between the earnable stuff and the premium stuff. I'm honestly a bit disappointed about this one. And finally, to round out the mega list of features, I've left quite possibly the biggest gameplay change to last. The sloop has now had some balance changes to bring it in line with PvP inflation, specifically being outnumbered, chain shots and blunderbombs. These are awesome and the vast majority look great, with one being a little bit questionable. So sloops are just going to be more resilient now, starting with lower vertical knockback, where you're more likely to stay on the ship instead of a fight being ended by you being knocked off. The change is really good and will reduce the fights ending with a lucky cannonball. Solo players have their respawn timer reduced from 17 seconds to a minuscule 10 seconds, which is lightning fast. Honestly, this change is crazy and might be a bit too extreme, but solo players will be viable again. Maybe too viable. Reviving on enemy ships is now disabled across all ship types, making the board spawn camp meta much less potent. I'm chuffed with this as I hate reviving as a PvP mechanic. This will promote more healthy fights rather than players using boarding as a crutch for poor naval. The changes keep coming, as sloops now have even more spawn points to reduce the risk of the boat being locked down with the sword cheese or instant blunder on spawn. Again, this is fantastic.
One thing I really like about this game, I will say, is that they always changing something about the game. I really like that. I don't know if anybody remembers this, like back in 2019 when they had like the sniper change. They changed the sniper's damage from 80 to 70. Like, that was actually huge. So like back then the sniper had 80 damage, and when you shoot it, as it traveled, the damage fell off. It became less valued by the time it hits the target. It got to the point that sniper was kind of useless at range. And then players took that 80 damage at blank range, pop, treated it like a shotgun, because a hip fire was perfect accuracy. Sniper was better as a shotgun than the actual shotgun. The blunderbuss did not have the damage output like the sniper did. It was a mess. They rehauled that over, and they gave sniper 70 damage, and bullet damage didn't fall off as it traveled, which was nice. It stayed 70 all the way through. And then at hipfire, it was horrible. It became horrible at hipfire. They changed that, which was, again, nice, because you don't have people walk up to you, they, like literally right here, walk up to you, shot your sniper, switch the pistol, and you're dead. Like, it was just like seconds. It lasted seconds. It was really good that they made that adjustment in combat. Blunderbuss became useful a bit. I do think pistols right now are the meta. A lot of people don't know about this, but like, I love pistols right now. Like, pistols are like my favorite. Like, I use a Logitech G Pro X Superlight, and I have like the perfect smooth. Whoops, I just right click. But I have like the perfect smooth like aim with it, and I can like do like a side jump, aim with a pistol, and fire. Like, it's just really quick pop like that, and I can maneuver. I can shoot my shots mid far range, and the Phantom Ghost, they're one hits, and it just feels very clean on stream. It looks really cool. It's really fun. So personally, I really enjoyed the pistol. People say pistols are OP now. I disagree. I think they're well balanced. They're well balanced, guys. We don't need nerf that. We're watching a video. I got reaction.
Fantastic. And I've left the most controversial change to last. It's the Marsh Changes. You can't destroy a mast with its own cannons anymore, which is actually another good choice. However, chain shots have their damage nerfed, where a sloop mast will now take 2 of them to fall. It will still be the 3 regular balls to drop, however. This will be interesting on how it affects the running meta, with the opportunity to end a chase being that much smaller than before, so good luck catching those sloops. Personally, I would have increased the speed in which the mast is raised, as sloops will be so difficult to immobilise now. It sets a frightening benchmark for how nimble they've become now. I think though, we can all agree that solo slooping becoming viable again is healthy for the game, and I'm interested in getting back on the waves and taking some names now.
Yeah, I do like how they fix sloops. Having sloops advantage at responding, sloops advantage at like turning, and they always had the advantage in speed, but give them like these little advantages, and then just make it where if your cell fails, you're fucked. I agree with that. Like it's perfect. If you can get that shot off on the sloop with that chain ball, 2 hits on that sloop's sail, it falls over, they're at a disadvantage. This is the time for big boy, jumps in. But if you don't get that sail rid of, the sloop has the advantage on the sea. I like that, as it feels very competitive. Plus, you're only 1 player versus an army of 2 or 3 than an army of 4. I think it's good. I agree with the way the sloop is right now. I kind of like it. I personally don't play sloop, but I do agree with the way the sloop is.
I strongly believe this patch will
do
change
play-
the
okay, I
game
do play Sloop a little
enormously,
bit.
for better or worse. I think it will create a signpost where we will be discussing the sloop pre and post patch. I would be surprised if that wasn't the case by Season 8. Finally, we have around 15 weeks until Season 8, making Season 7 closer to 4 months. I am disappointed about this, as I was hoping for a short season. November sounds very far away, even more so when we all have big expectations of what that will be. At least we have 3 or so adventures to look forward.
Yeah, but I just came back to the game. So now I have the chance to grind the season out. You know, I'm here now. So what really happened was Rare saw that I was coming. And they said, dude, this guy is like leaving Fortnite. He just hit the 200 subscriber mark. He's celebrating his 200 subscribers right here on YouTube with us, with Sea of Thieves. And we really got to prolong this season longer so this man can get his season pass done. So I appreciate you, Rare, looking out for me, man. We'll get the season pass done before November. We'll have it done. August, September, October. It'll be done before November. We got this. Okay.
To in the meantime.
So this.
It remains to be seen if Captaincy will carry us to that November deadline. Rest in peace, roadmap. Anyway, Season 7 has very clearly fundamentally changed the game, not only in the immersion department, but it looks to be the pirate fantasy that we've all been waiting 4 years for. Well, this would have been perfect with some tweaks to the milestone system and Captain's log, and going a little bit further with the customization system.
I do agree with those two last things he said, the Captain's log and the customization. I do agree with both those. They could have been better. Milestones, and customization. I'm not sure, but he has a problem with the Captain's log. I'm not sure what that problem is. But the milestones being kind of, I don't know, they can make that a lot better than what they did. He went through it, talked about how weird crap you're doing, like sleeping 10 hours, just looking at a black screen, and fishing the same fish 2,500 times. I'm not going to be doing that. I tell you that much right now. I don't see me completing any of the fishing because fishing is a pain in the butt on mouse and keyboard. I haven't tried with controller, but somebody who I play with, they're good at fishing. They fish all the time. Maybe I can get some pointers from them, right? And they play on controller, so I don't know if that would actually benefit me talking to them. Maybe switch to controller just to do the fishing and then switch back to mouse and keyboard to play the game. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
This truly would have been the best update since Anniversary. I still really love this update despite these blemishes and a hefty delay. To be fair to it, it exceeds my expectations in most areas, but the wish list has not been fully checked off. I hope to see Captaincy evolve as a feature over time, with new milestones, sets, and customization options.
I'm confused. Is this guy, he's the ghost talking because his mouth flips almost matches with the time he speaks? Or is he the fiery fat guy from earlier, the lava looking fat guy? Because he had the expressions like kind of disappointed and stuff when he got disappointed. So which one is he? Which guy is he? I'm gonna say he's probably the fire guy. It's just conveniently the ghost guy is lip syncing perfectly with him. Like, I don't know what it is.
Although no one can argue that this isn't
I'm
a
new to his
truly
videos,
chunky
okay?
update. Looking at how long this review is testament enough to that. I'm sure Captain Blubbers is even chunkier. The video, I mean. Not anything else. And one absolutely final thing, Mike, you still owe me setting out of the waterfall in the hideout.
So come set sail as a pirate captain.
I don't know if this is copyrighted or not. Is this his like ending outro or something? I can't tell if it's just like an outro or something. What's this?
Our time is almost up, so as we leave, if you want to.
Okay, yeah, so it's like an outro to his videos. Okay, I think that's good enough for me. I'm not gonna play the rest of it out because it could be copyrighted. I don't know what he has going on with himself. Let's see here. But yeah, so that's the video, guys. This is an update, changed the game forever. I do think he did change the game quite a bit. The adversaries, milestones, the trinkets, the little hunts, a lot of the customization, new ships, neighbor ships. I feel like this is actually a pretty big update. This is a big fresh update. I like that. Never happened ever again. I should watch that sometime. This update did something Rare never did again. Bro, I might stop by and watch the guy's streams, watch the guy's videos more often. I don't know if he does streams or not, but I might watch his videos more often. I love Sea of Thieves, and this seems like something I would be interested in. Yeah. What's the YouTuber's name? Shit, I don't know. I'll post it. Maybe it's AShinyRay Quaza. Anyways, that's the video, guys. That's the updates from about 10 days ago. I'm just now seeing it. I do like this guy. He did a good job. This is his profile picture right here. Oh, AShinyRay. AShinyRay, guys. That's his name. All right. Thank you all for watching. Hit the subscribe button, the like button. This is just a reaction to updates that have changed to a game I just came back to. Love you guys. Take care of yourself. Peace.